Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty intense. It's a personal story called A Kidnapping Nightmare.txt.
Right. It's anonymous, but it details an abduction back in 2008. The person was 18.
Yeah, just 18. So our aim here is to, unpack this experience, look at the key moments, and understand the survivor's perspective, the takeaways.
And the source is powerful because it's first person. You get that immediacy, that raw emotion.
Exactly. So let's start at the beginning. The account paints a picture of just a totally normal day.
It's 2008, like you said. The narrator's finished high school, just walking home.
Sunset, dirt road, fields, listening to an iPod. It really sets a scene, very everyday.
That contrast is so important, isn't it? That feeling of normal life, freedom, right before it all just shatters.
It really does. Because then suddenly this old van shows up. A Chevy Astro, the account says, beat up.
And a man gets out. The description is brief but chilling.
Yeah, just a dirty baseball cap, a big neck tattoo. That's what's stuck.
And it happens incredibly fast. A cloth over the face. Foul-smelling, apparently.
And then, blackout, consciousness gone.
The suddenness is terrifying. No warning, just overwhelm. That detail about the cloth, it points to deliberation.
Yeah, definitely planned. So the next memory is waking up.
In the dark. A damp room is how it's described.
And bound. Hands and feet tied, mouth taped.
You just can't imagine that initial wave of panic. Where am I? Who did this? Why?
Total uncertainty.
Yeah.
And the sensory deprivation, the darkness, the silence, it amplifies everything.
Absolutely. The account mentions days passing, but feeling like years.
Yeah.
Minimal contact with the captor.
Just food being brought in, but no talking?
Apparently not. Just silence, which must have been its own kind of torture. Not knowing the motive.
God, yeah. But then there's this turning point. Incredible bravery, really.
During a feeding, right, when the tape is off for a second.
Exactly. The survivor sees a chance and bites the captor's hand. Hard.
Oh, wow, that instinct to fight back, even then.
Causes chaos. The captor screams, and in that moment, the survivor breaks free. Escapes.
It's an amazing moment of defiance. That sheer will to survive kicking in.
But the escape itself sounds completely disorienting.
Right, they find themselves outside, but in a forest. Lost.
Just running. Running for hours, it seems, until they finally hit a road.
Thank goodness for that. And someone actually stops.
Yeah, passing car helps them out, gets them to the police, and eventually reunited with family.
The relief must have been immense, but the aftermath, that doesn't just disappear.
No, of course not. The account mentions nightmares, which is understandable, but also something else.
A sense of strength, right? Like, having survived that, they found something within themselves.
Yeah, and a new appreciation for life.
Yeah.
For just being alive. And hope, too. Hope got them through.
That's powerful. And it also mentions never finding out why. The motive remains unknown.
Which must be incredibly hard to live with. That lack of closure.
It's a common struggle for survivors, grappling with the why. Sometimes there just aren't answers.
So, thinking about this whole account, what really stands out, for me, it's how fragile normal life can feel.
Definitely. How quickly everything can change, how the unexpected can just intrude.
And the psychological toll is huge. The fear, the not knowing.
But balanced by that incredible resilience, finding strength you didn't know you had, hope against all odds.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it mean to find that kind of strength when you're pushed to the absolute limit?
And how can an experience like that, something so profoundly awful and unexpected, actually reshape how you see everything, your life, what matters?
Deep questions. A truly harrowing story, but one that highlights the complexities of trauma and survival. Thanks for exploring this deep dive with us.